no idea what's going on out there with them. All right. Hey, welcome on in. Welcome on in. Y'all, are you feeling that energy? Dang, it is like crazy intense energy and split between time. I can't tell you how this splitting between the timeline. Oh my gosh. So, welcome to Peace and Light. My name is Felicia, Felicia, as well as Priestess Makala. Some even know me as Neon. All right, so I'm trying to figure out how to get into this. This is one of those talks where, how are you feeling with this time change, this shifting? Now, yesterday I was going to come on, but I ran out of time because I had this meal I was cooking, then getting people off and going and doing what they were doing. By the time I looked at the time, was like, I don't even have time to go online to do anything. So I'm just going to just be. So, you know how we're all just kind of moving through this time energy. And before I even get into it, let's just kind of bring in some energy. Because I'm watching things happen with people. All right, deep breath in. Sometimes we have to just do a sound or something that just can break up the energy, just break it up, because the energy has been really intense and heavy for the last few days. Dog. Oh no. All right. So, how are you feeling with all this energy? I'm going to tell you some weird things that's happened. So, one of the things I like more than anything is I work with my private group in Signal. I love Signal. I love it over there because of the fact that I can go and talk and do my teachings and stuff over there, and I don't have no issues. I can say what I want to my peoples over there. There's not going to be any problems. Okay. So I had this time energy thing, and you probably are having it too. And you're trying to figure out what is this. So I was telling them, I said, I was sitting on the edge of my bed. I was fumbling around with something. And I heard, oh, okay, she's pulling the cord out. She's just going to throw it at the door. All right. And I look, but I don't see a cord on the plugging cord on the floor. And I was like, I thought I heard her pull it out. She's doing it. And then as soon as I said that, I saw it catch up and it didn't happen. So it's kind of like you're ahead of it, You see it before it happens. Okay, it's like, but it's the few minutes right before it happens. And it happened twice. And I was like, what the heck is going on with that? So then I think it was even the other day, it was yesterday, I said this. This and this is kind of interesting because everyone's talking about be aware of what you're saying. So I said, all right, my Hetoru statue I picked out. Okay. So my friend ordered it. She was gonna send it to me. And she said, I ordered it. I'm sending it to you. And I'm like, oh, okay. But you're gonna get it on Saturday, which is today. And I'm like, okay. And I said, well, I guess if she really wants to work with me, Hetoru, she will get herself here before then. We'll see how powerful that is. That's all I said. So then she says, oh, no, never mind. It's not coming on Saturday. It's coming on the 14th. They just sent me a thing that says it's going to come on the 14th. I said, oh, okay. Go come on the 14th. I said, okay, fine. My crown has just been, oh. So I said, okay, fine. It'll come on the 14th. And I was like, let's see how good she is. Okay, so my friend ordered it on a, I think she ordered it on a Wednesday. Got the notification that it was picked up in UPS on Thursday. And then I got it on a Friday. Now she's on the East Coast. Okay. And I got that way. So I'm all like, what the heck just happened? And then I said, well, I'm going to have to wait because it's probably downstairs in the thing, locked in the box thing. And I clearly heard, no, I'm sitting at your door. And I'm like, huh? So I walked to the front door and I'm on the phone with my friend and I said, well, she said, well, I see it's been delivered already. Don't ask me how that happened. I go, okay, I don't know. So I go to the front door and there it is, my package sitting right there at the front door. I didn't hear anybody come up the stairs. Normally I hear delivery. I'll see it. I hear the truck come in. I didn't hear nothing. And it was just sitting there. I was like, so when I got it out, I was like, wow. And I kept saying, I don't want her, the horns that holds the sun disk. I don't want that broken or anything. And it came to me in perfect condition. Just beautiful. I was like, oh my gosh, with the scripted words all around the base. And I was like, oh my gosh, okay, cool. So I'm just working with her, doing some work with this goddess, and I'm like, cool. But she's the mother of creation. Okay. So I said, all right. So then after that happened, I said, okay, we are definitely in some different kind of energy. It's just, I can feel it. It's different. Everything feels different. And then I've been paying attention to how people have been talking about they've been going into portals, some underwater, some have been showing up at portals, going through these entryways with other groups of people, and they're waking up and they're all talking about it in a dream. And I'm like, uh-huh, it's already happening. We're already getting that energy boosting energy. And I'm like, we've been getting it, but now we're on a different level. And I'm like, okay, all right, it's a different level. We're on a different level. So after that, I just kept paying attention to how the timeline I'm on is really aligned with me. It's crazy. And then today, going out, I said, okay, got a couple things to do. Got to go get the scripts. Got to go do this. Got to start by the pharmacy. that at every place I was going, I either was going to be the first person there or I was right behind someone that was getting ready to leave. And even the young one noticed it. And we went up to the first one. It was in CVS. All right, so we walk up and there's only one person there in line, get ready to get their stuff. And I'm like, okay, so I'm standing there, but I see all these people over on the other side, lining up to get their flu shots, their COVID shots, their vaccines, all of that. And I'm like, then I look at the front and I see that they have this, like the COVID swab. I guess it's a dual now. You can do like a swab for if you got the flu and if you got COVID. So it's an orange package box. It has the new labeling on it. And I was like, so I'm just looking. And so then I hear this elderly man goes in. He stands up, struggling to walk. He goes in and he says, yeah. And the person behind the counter says, behind the room where they're getting their shot. But he's talking loud. And he goes, okay, I see you're here for your COVID shot, your your RSV shot, and your flu shot. He was getting 3 shots, and said, and the guy asked him and says, "Do I need to be worried about side effects of everything I'm taking together?" And the young man says, "No, no, everything's fine. It's just like the getting flu shots. They're different levels." And he goes, "Oh, okay." So, and then he says, "I'm going to give 2 shots in one of your arms, and I'll give the other shot in the other arm." She's getting all 3 shots, and I'm like, so I'm just standing there, and I'm just like, and the only thing that's coming into my mind is a young lady who was here on YouTube who had an immune thing that was going on, and before she could get this test or something that she needed to do or surgery or something, these doctors were forcing her to get all the COVID shots and all these shots. And when they gave them to her, she had a major reaction to it. She was in the hospital. Her blood, everything, she was on there talking about it. So I was like, wow. And I said, where is it now? We don't try to space everything out with our bodies going through so much as it's going through. We're just taking all these shots just like that. Space that shit out. What are you doing? It's like, why are you boom, boom, booming yourself? And then you'd be wondering why you feel really not like yourself because your body's trying to process all that. I just looked, I just said, I just kind of shook my head. Got the things I needed to get, and I was just like, wow. Okay, but when we were standing up there, we come back, we turn around, and there's a big ass line behind us. I'm like, what the hell's going on? She goes, wow, there's nobody here, and now all of a sudden there's a big line. I go, oh yeah. So we leave there. She goes, I want something from Starbucks. I go, okay, let's go Starbucks. So go to Starbucks. Drive up. Nobody's there. Hi, lovely. Nobody's there. Okay? Nobody's hanging around. Drive up. Put the order in. Go around the corner. There was 2 cars, but they were getting their stuff pretty fast and they were moving. And then, boom, we were up there. We get our stuff, the drink, and as she gets her drink and we come back around, there is a line of cars all the way around the building, just like that. She goes, wow, look at all those cars. I go, yeah. What the hell? So then go off to the next one. I go drive up, go drop my stuff off at the window at Walgreens. I put my stuff in. And then next thing I know, It's just me, nobody else. By the time I put my script thing in, I turn around, cars were coming in. I said, "What the heck is going on?" And it was so noticeable. She goes, "Oh, well, let's see, let's go over here. Nobody's here. Let's see how fast people start piling in again." So I said, it's almost like you now, all of us have had this happen before. You go somewhere and you just you're the only one in there, and then all of a sudden, all these people show up, you know. But what I was noticing is a lot of lost energy people walking around. You know what I'm saying? They don't have no expression on their face. They're just functioning. There's no nothing. And I'm like, wow, what is going on with this? So I noticed that. So let me back up to the other night. Last, no, night before last, and then last night. Let me tell you what happened. All right. So now keep in mind, we all this shifting of energy happening, things shifting and all this stuff, right? That you got to pay attention. You have to start writing things down because when the timelines are shifting like this, write specific things down when it starts happening so you will know what happened to you on that day. Okay? It's important because we need to make sure we're not going to get tricked and get looped back through another timeline. I got a very important message for all of you. So I got to give you what these things are so you'll understand what's happening. So I'm icing my knee. I'm propped up in the bed. I'm icing my knee. Then I reach over and I said, okay, I'm done with the ice. I'm going to put the infrared on it. So I get the infrared pad and I put the infrared on. So I'm just kind of chilling, doing my thing, just relaxing. And all of a sudden, off to the corner wall, right over the door, coming into the bedroom, I see this plasma orb. Whoop, and I'm like, and it happened so quick. It warped in. I saw it. It went, and then it went, warped out. I go, what the hell was that? What the hell was that? It was an orb, but it was a plasmic orb that orbed in, and then it realized, and then it orbed out. And I'm like, wait a minute. The orbs are here because they have been recording all the different things that have been going on all the way to this process. So now, of course, we're going to start seeing more and more of these orbs because what has been upon us is changing. The frequency is changing. So it can't stay there anymore. So I was just like, oh my God, that thing just flipped in and warped right out. I'm like, okay. So I said, all right, let it be. Last night, here by myself, me and the kitties doing their thing, we're doing whatever. Took my medicine bath, came back, got myself all situated, doing the infrared, and I'm relaxing. And I kind of just relax my neck and I look up at the ceiling just in time to see this like bolt of light come through the ceiling like boom. And when it came through, it went boom. And then I hear this snap sound in the corner of the wall next to me. It went boom, like it hit and ricocheted. I said, all right, y'all need don't be coming up through. This is sacred space. Don't be bringing your butts up in here. The way it shot through, and I was like, what the hell? So I said, okay, that was like a rod light energy. And it was bluish white the way it came in. Saw the whole thing. I was like, okay. And I'm still hearing this staticky sound, that crap. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put my pyramid up. I'm gonna put myself in my pyramid and do my thing. That helped a lot with the static sound. So I go to sleep, and something tells me, wake up, wake up. And I wake up, go to your window. And I went to my window, and all I'm hearing, pull your window down, pull your window down. I go, okay. And I look outside, and it's covered with fog. Can't even see. I mean, there was so much fog blanket outside. It was ridiculous. I was like, where the hell did this fog come from? And I said, that's radiation fog. Gotta pay attention to that. Radiation fog. Oh, what does that do? Oh, that brings up fungus and mold and stuff. Oh, I gotta stay ahead of that. So, before I go on, it's only fair to say and speak my truth the way I need to speak it. If you go on a xenomorph gonna be out there lag-gagging around doing all kind of crazy stuff, we have every right to talk about it. You do it, we have every right to talk about it. So if you can't take the heat of when we start calling your ass out, then stop doing it. Change and stop doing your crap. Otherwise, we're going to hold you accountable. And we're going to let you know we see you. All right. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So I see all the fog out there, and I'm like, damn. So I make sure all the windows are closed. Don't turn no heat on, no heater, no air conditioning on. Let that stuff settle. Okay. And I just laid back, and I just kind of was relaxing, and I said, oh my God, it's like so quiet. There's no sound, no nothing. I mean, it was almost like a mist of death came in and was just out everywhere, seeking and looking. It felt like it was a seeking, looking energy, and I could feel it. Like the way it came around the window, you could see like a strange, ominous type of energy around the window, and I was like, that ain't no ordinary fog. That's a intelligent fog. That's something else mixed all up. And it was just there. And then exactly in 1 hour later, as soon as the sun was starting to come up, starting to pierce, it got pink, and then all of a sudden, all the fog was gone. Like, God, just clear. Almost like, oh, the light's coming, let's go. I was like, what the hell is going on? So it cleared out. And today it said it was going to be cloudy today. There hadn't been no clouds around. It's been clear, sunny all day. But the thing is, it's funny. I was like, do you want to go down to a park or do? No, you're crazy. It's hot out here. I go, it's not hot. It's November. She goes, it's hot. It's hot. It feels like summertime out here. I start cracking up. I said, you know what? You're right. It does feel like summertime in November. So we come back in and take care of our stuff. But I want to let you all know something. When I was waiting for my hataru to come, I kept hearing these words. And this is why I say, write your stuff down. And these are the words I kept hearing. And then I started seeing evidence of it through what people were talking about through some of their YouTube stuff of the time lines shifting and portals and things happening and everybody saying, wow, I feel this, feel that. And this is what I was hearing, okay? The keys have been turned. Thousands will awaken. Flames will grow. The memory will know. I'm going to read that again. The keys have been turned. Thousands will awaken. Flames will grow. The memories will know. That's all I kept hearing. In the kitchen, I'm hearing it. In the shower, I'm hearing it. And then I started hearing people when they're talking on their platforms, they're talking about, well, things are happening and the keys are changing. And I'm like, things are shifting. People are remembering. And I'm like, yeah. But I was seeing it in that order. The keys. The keys are turning. So who are the keys? Who's the keys? Okay, keys. So that's been going on. And every night I'm kind of like, what the heck is going to happen now? What the heck is going to spaz out now? So if you haven't realized what's been going on, it's time to really step up, everyone. We have a lot of work to do to make sure the grids that you put in place stay anchored. Because right now, the darkness and the light are fighting strongly, taking on shapes and forms and fighting each other right in front of us. Different levels, different dimensions. They're doing it in a way to tap into your energy. If you do not have to travel and be on an airplane going somewhere and you have not done your due diligence where you worked on yourself and you are in that higher timeline where you can travel and you're not on the chaotic timeline. You can travel at will. But if you still got a lot of drama and chaos around you and craziness, don't get on those planes. Don't fall into those traps where they're doing all this stuff because they are doing this. We had a good talk in Signal and amongst each other saying they are doing all of this. They are creating it because they want to have all this instability. And if you get caught up in the energy of instability, it's going to rob you of your energy. Right now, everyone's energy is very important. You need to keep your energy up because as we anchor those timelines and keep doing it and speaking into it, saying we're not consenting to all the nonsense, saying that, yes, let the old come down because it never represented a good thing anyway. It's built on lies. It was built on harms. It was built on a lot of things that it just does not need to be representation of our higher space of where we are currently moving into higher. We already know we've been in 5 this whole time. I don't care what anybody else said. I don't buy into this whole storyline. Oh, we're moving into the 4th dimension. Bullshit. We've been on 5. Prove to me how, if we have not been on 5, prove to me how we are not seeing all the different time changes. The years don't add up right. Prove to me that, because there's no way you can have 300,000 years of bloodlines that know each other and then still say that this is 2025. Come on, make it make sense to me. Make it show me that this is fit that we're going into 5. No, we're not. We've been in 5. We've just had something over us that was suppressing us, to keeping us down into a 3rd dimensional level. There's no way you can say we're just going to that. No, we've been in it. Why don't you say it the right way? The suppressional energy has been lifted. It's being disintegrated. It no longer can hold its form. Therefore, we can now truly see where we are. That's the truth of it. So therefore, when we look at, oh, we're going 50, no, we're going 6, we're going 7, we're going 8. Think of it like this. You know how you watch certain movies and stuff with your DVR, or your back in the day when we had the VH tapes, and you can hit the pause button. We've been on a pause for quite some time, and now someone just came along and said, "Okay, hit play," and now it's playing out. But all this stuff that was put on pause, because when you hit the pause button, It's all stopping everything that's right here, holding it there until someone says, okay, play it, and then come rushing forward to continue on. Leave it on pause. Pause in dimensional space, holding at that dimensional frequency. Just pause. Now, because the suns are activating things and 3i Atlas, which I find very funny because I remember when they were trying to say it was a comet, and I said, that ain't no comet. It's a plasmic intelligent ship that's coming through and has codes. It's going to do this, this, this. And when you really break it all down, I don't know about if any of you are experiencing this. Remember a couple months, 3 months ago, I was talking about as we go through our vibrational codes and things that come through our body, we're going to have feelings of our body shifting into that. Your spine might be making a lot of popping and snapping sounds. Your knees are going to be making popping and snapping sounds. How about your neck right now? Is it making a weird popping sound like you just turn your neck in bed and all of a sudden you hear this huge pop sound? Kind of scares you and makes you think, did I just break my neck turning my neck in bed on my pillow? Because you hear that sound. That's all a part of this adjustment. Being adjusted. Thank you. Being attuned to the higher vibrational frequency. So when you're feeling that extra tiredness, stuff coming through, kind of achy, all of that stuff, you're being attuned. You're being attuned now. And I like that. We're being attuned to get into those next levels. Being attuned means that whatever level of your consciousness is rising and your DNA messengers of itself has to match that are coming online. And it's coming online in a very unique way for everyone, where you actually notice it and you actually say, I don't feel the same way like I used to. I feel different. You have this feeling that comes in that makes you feel like, I feel like I can almost do anything. Like I'm stuff like that happening. Don't know what's happening. Craziness. See, some people still think it's summer, summertime, 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 this time, summertime. When it's really, we're going into our winter. Yeah. So, this is why I'm telling you to please make sure that you do your journal writing. Now, heads up. I'm going to walk over here and get this. Okay, those of you, especially in the Sacred Galactic Spiralite group and the Cosmic Divine group, those of you that have your shields that you've been working with, I got all this information on Abe in the community if you're interested in getting your shields like this. So last night when I was looking at this and I was keep getting the message, make sure you let everybody know, you tell them about how important it is for them to be on their ley lines and their grid lines and how they can really be doing their work. If they can't get there, you can use a map and use your griddings. So when you see this, it looks like, first of all, you got the Merkaba in the center, or Star of David, if you want to call it that. Okay. But when you take this and you lay it over a map area, now you've got all these different ley lines, star lines that coincide with the ones on the earth. Because there's no way that one who constructs this and make this could not make that what it is. Okay? The ley line graphing. This is it. So you can utilize that, putting it on top of your maps and anchoring with your crystals, setting the intention. We're anchoring more light here, bringing in more truth, and revealing. This is the last part of the message. Now, I know some of you are really sick and tired of seeing some things happening, and you're seeing things play out in there like copycats of each other, and just just falsified stuff going on. Okay, falsified information, falsified things happening, and some things that need to be talked about, they're not talking about it because they're selecting what they want to bring forward to pull on your energy, to get your attention. What's their intention? To get your attention. Okay. So I remember back in the day when I was really doing a lot of generational clearing work. And I was doing some clearing work where I called in for this particular thing that I was doing the Lords of Karma. Now, I've been hearing calling the guardians when you start seeing things in the sky that are not supposed to be happening, that don't look right. You call in the sky guardians. The sky guardians will only come if we call them. Otherwise, they will just go ahead and just stay the way they are unless somebody invokes them to come. When we call out the sky guardians are the ones that actually will watch the skies and shift the skies when something's going on that shouldn't be happening. But a lot of people don't remember don't remember how to call the sky guardians, to just link yourself up and call them in. Okay? They're just like calling in your ancestors, except they're just the sky guardians that work on a high benevolent light to set things right. Okay? Or to correct the field of mother's auric field. Thank you. I like that. Then there's when we need to see everything come up to the surface. There is the Lords of Karma. The Lords of Karma are not to be taken lightly because their whole purpose is to rip up everything that is a lie, that is false, and bring it to the surface. Is it a good? Is it a bad? If it's good, you're going to reap the benefits. If you did it bad, you're going to reap the benefits of that. But either way, we're the Lords of Karma. We bring the balance of that. We bring it forward. So anyone that's on this planet that's always thinking that they don't ever have to deal with karma, I don't care if they are elite people that think they are always getting away from karma. No, they're not. They're not getting away with anything. If anything, it's stacking up. If anything, it's being put on pause until finally it can't, that pause button can't stay like that anymore. And then all of a sudden, oops, now it's going to play itself out. So when we really look at, do people really get away with what they're getting away with? No, they don't. It simply is going into a different routing and it's going to come back in a different way. But it will be paid. It will be paid. And it will be paid in ways that will show what has been done, how it's going to show up now. Okay? So the Lords of Karma is something definitely that can be called in as part of clearing blockage energy in a situation, in any kind of town, country, whatever, if something's going on that shouldn't be going on. And right now, we're in the last part of the 9 year, the Gregorian calendar 9 year, that where there's this push and pull of trying to deceive people and then trying to keep moving the energy into their favor. And that's not going to happen unless you're on the timelines of your own frequency where you're not leveled up to, you will just see that. Does that make sense? So you're going to see what's on your level according to what your frequency is. Okay? So if you keep seeing a whole lot of chaotic stuff happening, that's because you still are on a chaotic energy of yourself. You ain't right with yourself. So you're going to see that. Like energy attracts like energy. Okay? That's what's going to play out. All right? So, now, I had a moment. This is and I just kind of want to put this out here. And I want to see if you guys see it coming. Okay? Because I'm paying attention. I'm like, my eyes are open. They're not shut. Okay, so remember all that Kirk stuff? That Charlie Kirk stuff? So now Candace brought some info forward talking about the camera was removed when this all happened, and it looked like the SIM card was being taken out of it to not show exactly what happened in his camera. My first question was this: when that was being shown, when she showed that clip, who was behind the camera taking the photos, filming it to capture the people who were doing it? Next one. Erica keeps making these words that J.D. Vance looks like him, looks like her past husband. When I look at those two, J.D. Vance and Kirk, I kind of like, if I was going to do a bait and switch, how would I do it? How would I hide someone in plain sight? Just saying. Just a thought. Just watch. Pay attention. Even though their words and the things that they're doing, they're spellbinding, whatever, those of us that do the grid work, those of us that do the ley line work, and how we grid things in time and set them with the codes activated with it, they can't influence that. Okay. So the important message is everyone needs to be on point. If you work with maps and do your grid work, keep doing that. There's a situation that comes up and you're being guided that you need to do the gridding of that and put it there, do that. If there is energy that's moving and it's in your own area and you're feeling something popping off, and your home might be anchored to a very active grid line, ley line, or portal, or even a flipping stargate that might be opening up over you and you not know it. That's allowing a lot of activity to be going on. This is the time that you put that extra step in on the gridding. So those are the messages of what we need to pay attention to. Thank you. Each imitated event brings in an imitation false timeline to lure your energy there. Okay? Does That makes sense. So pay attention when you see something, hear something, vet it out for yourself and make sure if that's a timeline interference that's taking place. We're going to go to these higher places regardless. But the game is to extract your energy from you so that you will not be able to anchor and keep yourself on those higher ones. Keep having interference. We're not doing that. We're going to anchor. Okay? So, just really wanted to put that out there, get that message out there. Also, those of you, if you are interested in signing up for the Spiral Light teachings, old school wise, how I do it. Now, you're going to have a chuckle here because remember when I came on and I said, yes, I'll take even precious metals. You can pay me in metals. You can pay me in gold and silver. 2 pieces of gold or 6 pieces of silver. You pick and choose. Now, the course normally runs at $800, $900. Okay? The reason why I say it like that is because it's coming from, if you're moving from a 6-9 months of teaching and you're really getting it, sometimes it might turn out to be a year, depending on how you're flowing with the material, how you're becoming activated with it. Okay, that's why. That's the price of the true teaching of Spiral Light. So my friend, when we look at the silver, if you do 6 pieces of silver, that's $200 and something. All right. So after the 21st, I'm going to add 2 more coins on. It's going to be 8 coins to get in because the price of the silver coins keeps going up little by little. Okay. The reason why I'm sharing this with you is because some of you need to, if you're working with people and you're really wanting to get your work out there and be of service, and you want to do the newer way of bringing in the currency that you want to present to bring in, then start talking about metals for your courses. Some people might pick up and do Bitcoin and all that. I'm not into Bitcoin. I don't understand it. So I'm like, give me something tangible that I can put my hands on. That's what I like. So my friend and I, she says, yeah, silver is great to do that. But she goes, wait a minute, let me look up and see how much the gold is, because you said 2 pieces of gold. And in my mind, I don't know how much the gold is. I was thinking, oh, the gold is probably like maybe each coin, a gold coin is probably might, I was thinking maybe it was 2, 3, something like that. That's what I was thinking. She came back, she goes, Lisa, I go, what? How much is the gold? 1 gold coin now is $4,000. And I go, I'm going to take that off of the admissions. I was like, that does not make sense, does it? No. Because I was just thinking metals. I'm not thinking. Oh my gosh, you told me that. I said, wait a minute. 1 coin is $4,000 of gold. Yeah, $4,000. $4,000. 1 coin. That's $8,000. You were asking for 2 coins of gold. Never mind. So if you're interested in that, you need to email me at galacticspiralite.com and I will give you the person to get in contact with that where you can get your silver coins. And let me tell you something. When you get those coins, or if you've ever like really just been working with some of the metals, it feels different. Feels really different when you get that. And think of it as, yeah, you got this, but it's going to take you some time to build into what it's going to represent later down the road. That could be in 2 months, that could be in 3 months. But either way, as I'm working with the students, it's growing. See what I'm saying? So think about it for yourself. If you have something that you're being of service with people and you're representing that, and you want to offer another way to accept an energetic balance for what you do. And if you say, well, hey, if you can get your hands on some silver coins is what I'm looking for. This is how many coins I'll take for this. Okay. People take the time to look at how much the silver is. The silver is now what? 40, 40, 45, 48, I think. You take that and times it by 6, what do you get? That's way lower than saying, yeah, the course costs 800, 900 bucks. You pay for that to do the practitioner program. Okay. Now, I want to give props out to some of my practitioners who've been leaving some good um, comments about reviews about the program and how it helped them to get to their next level of what they're doing. So let me tell you something. I am picky when it comes to students. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I am picky. And I expect you to stand in honor and reverence of yourself and trust yourself that you're going to learn this and to be able to move into that so that you can do that. Totally here 100% to help you do that. You will process it well. But it will make changes in your life. It will make and improve things that you've been wanting to do. Okay, we'll bring it forward. So I just wanted to share that. If you're interested, you want to contact me at galacticspiralite.com. Send me an email, and then I will see if it's a match for you. All right? All right. So also, just know, because we've had so much activity going on with the plasmic energy, all this stuff with the sun, um, a lot of things are really sensitive as far as the energy of the internet, the cell phone. Some of you, your energy signature has changed, and you're having problems operating your phone. Okay, or your phone is acting like it doesn't know you anymore. you're having some serious glitching issues with your phone. And in your mind, you're probably saying, I just got this phone. I don't understand what's happening. Phone is fine. It's you that's changed. Your energy has changed, and it can't read you as easy like it could before. So yeah, energy is totally shifting. And I notice a lot of the weird things start taking place right when the sun starts to go down. Hey, lovely. Right when the sun's going to go down. And it starts to change over. It's kind of like, you remember the movie Silent Hill? Remember that? Think of it like that, where the light and the dark are fighting each other, and when the darkness comes in, it brings in all the scallywag stuff. It brings in all the weird stuff. Okay? So let's take a look at the energy. We're going to start prepping and getting ready for 11/11 portal. That's on Tuesday. And that energy is going to be really potent. It's going to be potent. It's going to be good. So start getting yourself ready for the 11/11 energy of what you really want to make sure you have the good foundation to still keep what you are bringing forth, cultivating for 2020 26. How is this all going to look? So that energy is going to be majorly shifting. Okay? I'm mixing these cards up right now so we can have that. Any questions? Everybody doing okay? I know this energy has been a little much, and you're probably feeling like you have to sleep. You got to get some rest. Or some of you might be sleeping really deep, and you are really, you're sleeping really deep, and you're feeling like, wow. So this is where you might want to put, I just caught you as, so I just caught you, so I missed earlier. Oh, that's okay, hon. No worries. I was just talking about some strange things that happened. You can tap into that a little later when you have time. But to pay attention to a lot of the activity that's picking up now. Okay? There's a lot of activity going on. All right, let's take a look-see. Let's see what the star codes are saying. The star codes. I love these. Okay, first message. I'm going to pull that out. What is the miniature one? Yeah, when the fog stuff comes in, I make sure the windows are closed. And don't run no air. Don't run the heat or anything, the heaters. And let it do what it's going to do so that stuff can settle down. Because I don't want to be breathing it in when it's seeking. It's in its seeking form. You know what I'm saying? Fog has a way of wrapping up things and seeking. It's a seeking, cloaking energy. Fog. What's in the fog? Kind of like that movie, What's in the Fog? The Fog. Did I get it off? I think I did. Okay. All right. Dragon card is this. Kumate Kahaniana. I can't pronounce it. It says, smile and feel the peace that smiling brings you. Ensure that there is a divine peace within you at every level. So if you haven't noticed with yourself that you are probably sweating a little bit more than normal, you're processing, and it comes on at a weird time. Here we have the star code Uranus, and we have a lot going on in Uranus right now. And this is number 25, and it's change. Change is upon us. Change. Look at the portal, look at the colors. Change is upon us. The little card of star code that goes with it is Juno, which is partnership, and that's the number 31. The soul card, hold on. Vision of the soul gives regeneration, which is the number 34. And that's a lot of regeneration energy that's coming through. And then the shaman card is resilience. But that's all that plasmic light. See that? It's all that plasmic light coming in. Okay, so I'm going to share this recipe with you, and I'm going to see when I might just put it together, but oh my God. So yesterday I said I wanted to do something that was a good dish that was kind of parasitical, kind of cleansing fungus-like to work with the body and to try to detox from lectins, too much lectins that can cause you to have more inflammation in the body than you should, and can be interfering with your well-being. So I said, okay, well, let me go ahead and start my detox codes. So I activated those. I went into the kitchen and I said, you know what? I think I want some seafood tikka masala. Beautiful messages. I did smile today. Yay! I don't smile a lot after. A lot. It was after prayer. Well, honey, why won't you smile after prayer? That's your divine conversation time. I look at that when we pray. I look at that. That's your communication time with the divine. That truthfully is. That's your communication time with the divine. Divine communication time. So here's the recipe. Make sure you get a big skillet that has a lid. Now, this is what I put in my dish. I got a nice piece of salmon, wild caught salmon. I got the tail in. Then I went and got some prawns that were seasoned Cajun and seasoned in lemon and garlic. Okay, so they were already on a skewer. So I got those from Sprouts. So I bought 3 of the skewers, of the shrimps, of the prawns. And I said, okay, I'm going to take this and the fish, and I want to make my tikka masala sauce to go with it. Because the intention is to do a cleansing of the digestive tract. Okay? So I went ahead and got this little tomato sauce. Okay, just organic. It's already pureed for you. Everything's taken out. It's just a tomato. Then I went ahead and got the organic coconut cream milk, or either just coconut canned milk. You want it organic, because if you get it just not organic, the chances of it might look kind of funky when you open it up, kind of like gray texture. I don't like that stuff. It has to be nice and clean, and get it without the gum stuff in it. Get it just the milk, no gum added. Okay. So I got that, and then I got shiitake mushrooms, red onions, and yellow. One yellow, one red. Came home, chopped up fresh garlic, 3 cloves. Okay, chopped that up, nice slices. Sliced up 5 shiitake mushrooms. Did the nice cut up of red onion, yellow. I just took like slice of the red and slice of the yellow. Not big slices, just a thin, you know. Got my pan nice and hot, ready to go. Put a little bit of olive oil in it. Tossed in the garlic. Tossed in the shiitake mushrooms, the onions. Got that stirred up going in it first. Got that cooking. Smells so good. Oh. Then cleaned off my my fish. Make sure it was ready. I put that into the skillet with the sauteed goodness that's going on. Put the shrimp in there. Put that in there. So much goodness going on. Smells so good. Sprinkled in a little bit of garlic salt. Sprinkled in a little bam of that pink Himalayan salt. Just a little bam there. And then a little bit of that black pepper. A little bit of that. Put a little. Started stirring it. Now you don't want your shiitake mushrooms and stuff, so turn the heat down to about like medium. Okay, you don't want it burning. You don't want the scorching burnt taste. All right. So now you got all that goodness seasoning going into there. You're not stirring up your fish. You're leaving your fish alone. You're going to take a fresh cut lemon or a lime, cut that, pour that nice good, squeeze that juice of it over the salmon. All right? Just put that over the salmon. After you do that, put 2 to 3 tablespoons of water into the skillet. Okay, because you want that moisture for your fish. You don't want your fish to dry out and be dry. I can't stand dry salmon. That's the way I make it. So cook it up, put the lid on it, let it do its thing. And then right when the salmon turns that pretty pink, turn the heat down a little more. Make sure that your prawns are getting like this pinkish color. That's letting you know. You don't want to overcook it where it becomes rubbery. Okay, you don't want to do that. So turn your heat down. Then you take the coconut milk and you pour it in. Then you take a half a can of your small tomato sauce paste, okay, and you pour that in. Now the paste, if you're going to have to add water, but if you just get the small can of the tomato sauce, pour that in, half of it, and stir it. Now this is where you can put a little cumin in there, coriander in there. You can put some curry powder if you want. Just a little bit. Don't get cray-cray with it. Just put a little bit in there. Stir it. And then keep the heat low on it for the next 5 to 10 minutes. Just let it simmer. Okay? And then pour a little bit more coconut milk in there. And look at the color. Make sure it's like this nice kind of ambery, orangey color. You want it like that. You don't want it where it looks kind of pale pink in the sauce. You don't want it looking like it's too red. You want it right in the middle. Okay, pour that in there. Then put the lid on it. Now turn the heat off. Let it just simmer. Do its thing, okay? Now it's all the goodness. Make sure you have for yourself a nice organic bag, or the new boxes now that they're coming into where they're getting away from the plastic, of your mixed greens, okay? Your mixed green salad, okay? Get a nice big pretty bowl out. You're going to have fun with this. This is going to be so good. You're going to enjoy this, all right? Get your bowl out. You're going to put your fish, get your prawns into that, and you're going to put your sauce in there, okay? Put all your fixings, all your mushrooms are going to be, the onion, all that's going to be all together. You're going to smell the aroma of the garlic. Just, it's going to be good. After you do that, you reach over into your salad thing, grab a handful of it, plop it on top of that. Yeah, just plop it. Drizzle your salad with some good lemon or lime juice. Then take some olive oil and drizzle that too, because you want that for your body. Olive oil. You want to keep your fats going. Good for the brain. So now you're going to take the remaining of the sauce of the tikka masala that's in the pan, and you're going to take that, scoop it out, and just lightly pour it over your mixed salad greens, because you know you got in your mixed salad greens, you got all the good greenery stuff, all right? So you pour that on top of that, all right? Now you got your bowl, get your fork, get your napkins, get a little bit of water if you want. Don't be chugging that water when you're eating your food. You need that digestive juices and everything, okay? Don't wash it all out. And then go have yourself a nice meal. And it's so enjoyable. You're going to feel the cleansing effect of it going through and moving things through, because you got the coconut that's moving stuff, and then you have the greens that's also going to be moving things along. So that's going to kick in the detoxing, okay? But all in all, you're going to enjoy that meal. It's going to be good. So that is called my seafood tikka masala. You could probably upgrade it if you wanted to do something like, I don't know, lobster. I can't do lobster. You can do it with any kind of fish. You don't have to just do it with salmon. You can do it with any kind of fish. All right. What's this question? Sounds good. Even though I can't eat fish, your recipe sounds delicious. Yes, yes. How much is the course for the first month? That is going to be $65. Okay. That means if you're doing a course for the first month, you're just getting some teachings of those 4 weeks, but that's not putting you in for the practitioner program. Okay. So I will let me know if you want to hook up with someone that you can learn to get your silver from, and she will more than happily put you in the right direction. And it's a good silver place. They don't play games. You'll get exactly what you're wanting. And I would highly suggest everyone, you really should get something like that for yourself. Just so you can just say you have that, because you want to know something. It's a part of retraining your mind about currency and wealth. Okay? Because sometimes if you can feel that, see it, feel it, and know that it's there, it starts creating this magnetism. Oh, I like the feeling of that. I think I want to create more space for something like that to come in and happen. Okay? Start thinking of that for yourself. So we're going to start doing this prep, getting ready for 11:11. Oh, look, it's 1:11 right now. An hour and 11 minutes. So with that being said, I will come on tomorrow and do a prep talk for the 11:11 so you can get ready for that. Thank you so much for joining me here. Be good to yourself. Much love. I got to hop over, and the sky is pink outside. Time to wrap this up. Much love, everyone. Write your journals. Be good to yourself. And I will see you tomorrow, and we'll talk about the prep for 11:11. Bye. You have a good evening, too.